Welcome to episode 22 of the Racket House podcast, where we discuss all things music and success in our fun corner of the world, helping to inspire, inform, educate, motivate, and keep hope alive for musicians. You're not supposed to talk during this part.
Oops.
Keep hope alive for musicians, creatives, entrepreneurs, and anyone else who wants to grow their brand in the music or creative spaces. Today, we're joined IRL, in real life, in person, here north of Denver in Colorado on December 29th by the MARO, a Denver-based Filipina-Irish DJ whose sets are built from the body first, which I can attest to firsthand. Moving through tech house, groovy techno, and indie dance, MARO is known for creating dance floors that feel playful, cathartic, and a little unhinged. 2025 has been her fourth year in music and has been a banner year. She started off opening for John Summit's Experts Only in Vail, which is massive, played in Atlanta, Salt Lake City, Taos, New York City, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, and got called up to support artists like Azeka, West End, Gorgon City, Leighton Giordani, and Teeny Gessler. Giordani, right? Giordani? Yeah.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Most of her sets this year have included her own original productions, which are bangers, and you can expect to see them released to the world next year, which is only a couple days away. So I hope those things are ready, and you got them hot off the presses. Please welcome to the show, MARO!
So good to be here.
Yeah, so good to have you here. So, thank you first off to the Producer Lounge for having us here to their awesome space, and Always 400 crew, and shout out to our sponsor Heineken 00. No,
I was about to say epic. I love Heineken Zeros.
Shout out to our sober friends. Yeah, shout out to Starbucks. Thanks for being here.
Oh, it's so good to be here.
I'm excited. This is long overdue.
At long last. I was just about to say.
What do you want to talk about?
Oh my God, where do we start?
So you're a DJ?
I'm a DJ.
Yeah. So this, for those who don't know, which is everybody listening, this was supposed to be before Christmas. This was supposed to be a few weeks ago. There was I'm still new to Colorado. I mean, I've been here less than 2 years.
Which I can't believe. You're already crushing it, like playing all these amazing shows.
You can't believe I'm not from Colorado?
Yeah, I can't believe you've only been here a couple years.
It's about you, not me.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I've been coming here for a little while. I had some small roots, but yeah, it was like 65 degrees. It was like late December, mid to late December. It's like hot outside. There's fire warnings happening, and then the electricity people
cuts the power.
They cut the power. Yeah, because
citywide
for good reason. Yeah.
Thank God, minimize fire risk.
Luckily, not where I live, but yeah. So this studio was shut down out of commission, and here we are today, a few weeks later.
We made it happen.
You got through Christmas. You got through the week of. I heard somebody call it the Lost Week.
That's exactly what it is.
It's a weird time.
I fully was planning on going to a show last Saturday, completely lost the plot on what day it was, and woke up Sunday thinking it was Saturday and saw the pics, and I was like, oops.
That's a good one. I don't know that I've ever
totally lost track.
Wow, what show was it supposed to be?
It was supposed to be Yes Please's show at the Banshee House.
Yes, Please.
One of my favorite parties in town. They're so fun. So
I have not been to one yet, but I'm
highly recommend.
Yes, Please would like
First
to go.
First name drop of the episode.
Boom. Let's go. So you're a DJ. Okay, so I guess the history, I always like to start a little history, a little origin stuff, but I was trying to backtrack how we got in touch in the beginning, because I was definitely trying to sell you my services when I first moved here.
I was trying to think of the same thing. I was like,
I use an email marketing platform, which maybe they'll sponsor me. Shout out Kit. Anyone from Kit out there? Free membership, subscription, that would be great. So I was looking through that. You are one of my very early subscribers, and I couldn't track down how that came to be. I was running some ads for a while. I was trying to get in touch with local artists in Denver. Do you have any recollection on
that? I cannot remember, because I remember the first conversation we had, but I was trying to think of how did I see him or sign up?
Yeah.
And I cannot. It is lost.
We had
in the brain.
We had an intro call, which I'll do to try to just get to know somebody a little bit, feel them out. and you were like like my read on this was like you were very polite and then just ignored me for a while, which meant like she's probably good.
And then you quickly discovered that Meg is F- on texting.
Well, I don't know if it was texting, but like
or any comms, really.
I think like I learned very quickly that like you were in a really good place and like probably didn't need my help, you know. And I think that's like the big theme of today and like why I wanted to have you on. And I think I finally met you in person. I think it was around Halloween that year when you were playing Soundground.
Yes.
For opening for Lefty.
Opening for Lefty.
Our friend Lefty. Shout out Lefty.
Love you long time.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, I think that was our first time meeting. I got to see you play. You were wearing this crazy costume because
with all the feathers.
What was the theme?
What was the theme? I can't remember. It was November 1st. It was Halloween weekend.
Yeah,
the day after Halloween.
Yeah.
So it was still like everyone was in costume.
It was like archangels and
it was like angels and
gothic
demons or something.
Yeah. And I didn't get the memo on that. I showed up in my normal street clothes and then
awkward.
Yeah, I know. Oof. I really got judged that day hard. But yeah, so you were doing that, and then like I don't know, over the last year, because it's been pretty much just over a year since that point, I've seen your name everywhere. You're opening for huge names. You're on these lineups. You're crushing it. Like, and then I've gotten to know you as a person. We bonded in Amsterdam.
Had the best time in Amsterdam.
We had a really good time in Amsterdam. Which is so funny too, because I really feel like I got closer to people who live in the States when I was in Amsterdam. Like multiple different people, even and like it's very obvious why I think you're on this. And I know it's hard to maybe sometimes take compliments, but you're on this like really awesome trajectory, and I think a lot of it is obviously because of your talent, but like your personality shines through.
Thanks.
And like you're always smiling, you're so high energy. Like we've seen each other. Oh, the Sherm panel also.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. Yeah. So there was a panel last summer that our friend Sherm was a part of. That actually put together. DJ producer out of Chicago. Runs Hood Politics Records. He's got a lot of awesome stuff going for him, and
great guy.
I love his desire to really help people in the music space out, because that's a shared mission that I have. So yeah, he put together this cool panel. We all got like tacos and tequila after, and more chances to really build relationships. So yeah, I don't know. I personally just gravitate towards people who have this really amazing energy about them, who are inclusive, who crush it behind the decks, who dance. Your husband I just met is amazing.
Oh my God, the best out of all of us. God's gift to the planet.
He is. Oh my God. So he's your biggest fan, which is like, I think like, man, if like at some point in my life, I hope to have a partner who is my biggest fan.
It's such a cheat code. I feel so lucky to have we all owe him some thanks, because I first decided I want to be a DJ. This is probably 2018, 2019. Didn't do anything about it.
Sure.
Life, work, whatever. Right. And then 6 months after, no, not even, like 2 or 3 months after I started dating Kevin, I had like mentioned it a couple times, and he was like, "You've mentioned this a few times and I don't see you doing anything about it. What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, fair.
Get off your ass.
And that day I went online and bought a DDJ 400.
Wow.
And that day.
I love that.
And like looked up a tutorial, and like that's why I started.
The rest is history.
Right.
And that was so that was 20. So that was more than 4 years ago. Oh, that was 2021.
That was 2021.
So, what made you want to DJ? Like, where does that story come from? How did we get here?
So I went to my first ever electronic music show in 2018.
Okay.
Kygo at Red Rocks.
That's a good entry
point.
Yeah. Very, for those who don't know Kygo, because this, show, we have listeners from all around the globe who don't know that music. Very crowd friendly.
Totally. And this is peak summertime, mind you, this show. So It's perfect. It's like this happy, tropical, lovey, dreamy, lovey house music.
Yeah.
My second show is Odessa at Red Rocks.
Oh, wow.
So I
2 for
fall in
2.
love pretty
Yeah.
quick with electronic music. I mean, how can you not?
I saw Odessa, just quick side note, before they were like Odessa, like in a sweaty hot basement in Boston, DJ set, like no, like yeah. I have pictures too. And I was going
Before
through
the drum line, before the production, like
yeah, but though you saw 2 bangers. I mean, for your
those are
first
2
2
bangers.
shows, yeah.
My only side note, my only claim to fame like that is I saw Dom Dalla right when he released Take It, right before he blew up. I saw him play vinyl.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
which is like I don't know, for those of you not in Denver, maybe 300 cap room. Main floor, 400 cap room,
which
main
part
floor.
Of main floor? That no, it's more. It's like 500-600.
500-600.
When I played
and
there,
it was packed.
like yeah.
But that's like 500 people.
I
Dalla.
can also one up you on that one. I used to run a music blog, and I got to interview artists. I interviewed Dom Dalla before he had a beard. It wasn't even a mustache. And we are at the Air Museum at Splash House, and yeah, I got to interview him. There's a photo of us like under this like antique plane.
Oh my god,
it's really funny.
You got me beat.
I still have the recording from that, and somehow like. I don't even know. Like, I asked my buddy to join me because I love doing interviews with other people because it adds a fun dynamic.
Totally.
And my buddy had just come from if you've never been to Splash House, like, you're literally at a pool all day. So
right.
He just came from the pool. He had a towel around his neck. He's like, and there's some question about Eggo waffles or something. But and then I'll go back to you after this. But I ended up seeing Dom at the one time I went to EDC Vegas. I was like backstage or something, and I go, Dom, I don't know if you remember this, but I interviewed you at Splash House. And he goes, oh, mate, he goes, what did he say? He's like, oh, mate, I was turned, or I was messed. Whatever he said, he's like, I was wasted or what? I was like, no, I was fucked up. He's like, no, mate, I was fucked up. He's like, I was like, no, I was fucked up. He's like, no, mate, I was fucked. And it like went back and forth like this. I'm like, okay, so high
we've
five.
established we both were fucked up.
We were not sober during that interview. Yes, it's confirmed. Okay, so then you saw Dom Dalla. So you had a decent spectrum in your first few shows of electronic music. Yeah.
So I Kaigo, Odessa. I'm like, this is amazing. I know where the portal to the promised land is. Then I start seeing more artists. Then I very quickly discover like, oh, house is home sweet home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my god, give it to me. And parallel pathing this, like where I was at in my journey, I grew up very, very conservative religious household.
Okay.
And this was about the time in my early mid-20s where I was starting to like really take a look and reckon with that for the first time and start to actually put a magnifying glass under not only what I believe but why I believe it. And a huge part of what was happening in my life at the time was really reckoning with not feeling comfortable in my body. So much shame, so much discomfort, especially being in a woman's body. And what kind of space is that allowed to exist in, and how am I allowed to move, and do I feel comfortable in that? What is my fault? So house music, dance floors became so healing for me.
Church.
Completely. And
Different kind of church.
Completely. Totally. And that is where I started to experience like, oh, I feel confident in my body, and it's so beautiful and feels so good to move. And so it started to be so healing for me. And at the time, I started to have nights over and over where I wanted to go out dancing and couldn't find good music, which in hindsight is probably partly because house and techno was less of a thing in Denver 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Also partly because mama didn't know where to look. Yeah. Right? Like, so
combination
of both for sure.
Yep.
But that was left. I wanted to dance and couldn't find good dance floors.
So what's your solution?
So I was like, well, you want something done right, I got to do it myself.
Absolutely.
So that's why I became a DJ.
Okay. Okay. So you were inspired by what you were seeing and experiencing. You felt this gap of like, hey, I want this thing, but I don't know where to find it or how to get it, so I'm just going to do it myself. And I have a partner who kicked me in the ass to go like learn.
And it also in that time, seeing firsthand how much the music, obviously important ingredient for a banging dance floor. Sure. Of course.
Probably
but the DJ
most.
also affects that so much.
Yeah.
Because I was just experiencing the difference between a dance floor with a DJ who is in it
Yeah.
and is present and is having a good time versus the dance floor where the DJ's checked out.
Yeah.
Like they could be playing the same music and it's going to be a totally different experience.
Absolutely.
And I was like, wow, what an honor, what a cool thing to be able to steward this for a group of people.
Yeah.
And like, you're not even in it.
Yeah.
Like, where are you? What are you doing?
They're just taking their paycheck and, you know,
Totally.
they have to feed off the audience. I remember, like, this is a random parallel, but I went to college in Vermont, which is, I mean, it's white. It's like there's no
Call
way
it
to,
what it is.
and the reason I bring that up, and maybe I shouldn't, but I went to see Wu-Tang Clan at the main music venue. There were a couple music
I'm
venues.
so
but, like,
curious to hear how that went.
well, one of the main music venues in Burlington, Vermont. Shout out Burlington. It was, you could feel the lackluster energy. You know, Wu-Tang's like 8 guys or however many guys
Totally.
were with them. And the only member of the crew who actually seemed like he cared or was having a good time was Method Man. And like, I just remember, like, this is a 20-year-old memory, maybe a little less. Like, this is a long time ago. And I still very vividly remember how that energy affected me, or the observation of it. And like, it was cool. Method Man had everyone put their hands up and he walked on our hands, which is really cool.
And successfully walked
Successfully,
on.
yeah. He was very, he made sure to really give the crowd good
really.
instructions, but like, he walked on our
Whoa.
hands. Yeah, it was cool. But like, I don't know, you could just tell the rest of them were checked out.
Yeah.
And like, it's really interesting. I mean, I don't think there's any real excuse. You know, the DJ has become the entertainer, and, you know, yes, maybe you tour more days of the year than you don't,
Totally.
or something. Maybe you're tired, maybe you had a bad day, whatever, but you still got to show up, right?
100%.
And I don't know, for me, like, there were times I've gone out on like a random Wednesday and it's maybe just to like go support or go network or whatever. And I'm like, I'm tired. I don't really feel like doing this. And then the second I walk in there and I'm like, the music picks me up.
100%.
You know, or even for myself, like that rush, even 15 years as a DJ, like, you know, there is a part of me that's kind of like, you know, I don't think I have the same excitement about it that I used to have. But when I'm up there and when I'm doing my thing and telling that story, it's just like
It's flow state.
It's flow state, absolutely.
Completely.
It's like when the cameras are on or the music's pumping, you know, like that's my thing. So, okay, so you found that within yourself, and what was kind of your process to like learn and get good, and then once you felt confident, like gigging, like actually playing, like what was that like?
So when I started, I gave myself, I was like, Meg, you have 6 months. You have 6 months to like learn, play for homies, like, but 6 months arrives and you are sending out DMs. You're going to try to get booked. Like, I gave myself a deadline because I was like, otherwise I need to give myself a kick in the pants to actually get out there and try to do it.
That's impressive though, because you went from not like procrastinating on this goal of yours to, okay, now I'm going to give myself my own goal and
Like,
kick my own ass. So
very classic Meg.
shout out
like,
Kevin to help.
So I'm not always going to do something, but once I'm like
Once you're
in something,
yeah,
game over.
I love that.
So as I got into DJing, I actually took a few lessons in town. Shout out Denver DJ School, to learn such great folks there, just to learn the technical basics, like what buttons matter, what buttons don't. Oh, because the first YouTube tutorial I pulled up, it was like learn to DJ in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And the bottom line of it was, here's the beat sync button.
Ugh.
And I didn't know DJing at that point, but I remember thinking like, this doesn't seem right.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I learned on Tractor, which is, I mean, plug and play.
Totally.
You know.
So I had some lessons with them to learn the technical side of beat matching and cues and whatever. But the actual art of it, I reached out to Tasha Blank, who's this epic DJ in New York. She ran a party for a decade called the Get Down. Now it's called the Drop. And
Get down and drop, baby.
I mean,
Get down.
I want to
and
go
drop.
to that party. And I had so many friends from New York speak highly of her party because of her command of energy and the story of the music. And I was like, that's what I want to learn.
Okay.
Like, I can download the tracks and I can learn to push the buttons, but what made this so transformative to me was the experiences of getting lost in the dance and like almost waking up 2 hours later, like,
What
the
happened?
hell just happened?
That's not something you can learn on YouTube. That's not something you can learn at a DJ school. That's like
It's like,
putting
that's
your
something
whole,
else.
Yeah,
that is a whole different thing.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, that's you. That comes from your
100%.
How you're wired.
So to make a very long story short, I DM'd Tasha. We hopped on a call, and I was like, "Look, here's where I'm at. Here's what I want my dance floors to feel like. Teach me everything you know."
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
So
how do you how do you teach that? Like, what's the?
So for the next, God, I can't remember, multiple months, we just went deep. Like, music is part of it, but on the nervous system, on storytelling, on the hero's journey, and how that can all map to sound, like going into so much different music, and what part of a story does this sound like it's the soundtrack to? Where does this hit in the body? What kind of movement does this invite the body into? Like, deep. It's ironic that a lot of my time early on learning DJing was spent in embodiment practices and reading books about the nervous system and reading books about fight or flight.
That's wild. That's amazing. I mean, I've never heard anyone talk like that. And so, say her name again.
Tasha Blank.
Tasha Blank. Thank you for making Mag MARO what she is today. So she was your mentor, effectively, and you guys were just kind of staying in touch virtually. Did you
virtually?
Yeah.
Yep. And then I traveled out to New York and played with her out there for the Get Down. A few months later, she flew out to Denver, and we played here a couple times. And then we built and launched together a DJ school called Powerhouse DJ School. It's thriving now. They're on their fourth or fifth round.
You run a DJ school?
No. Oh. I helped her build it for the first year and a half.
Dope.
Help out the team.
Very cool.
Bless them on their way. Epic group of people. But that they basically do the same thing. It's 7 months bringing people through the same thing. And it's that's not what you need to do if you want to learn how to DJ.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily the DJing everyone wants to do. It's not the only way.
Right.
But that's what I did.
It's I mean, it's really incredible. Because I think my observation about DJing is that for what I do consider it a simple thing, but maybe that's just because I've been doing it for so long. But the essence of DJing, in my opinion, is if you strip it down, is a relatively simple thing. But my observation is that there are so many different ways to do it. Like in a micro sort of way, like when I go B2B with somebody, back to back, for those who don't know the DJ lingo.
Two DJs DJing at the same time.
And their backs don't have to be together either,
Common misconception.
Wait, damn it. There it is. They can be front to front. I mix in a certain way. I do my EQs in a certain way. Even the button called the cue, to hear the song. There's multiple different types of buttons.
Right.
There's a million ways to skin a cat when it comes to DJing, right?
Yep.
So I'll be playing with somebody, and their method for doing something is different than mine, and I'm we're doing the same thing. We're mixing house tracks. We're pulling
happens to me all the time.
We're pulling in a track. We're cutting the bass. We're doing that. And it's just man, it's so interesting, right?
It's so interesting.
What I don't know. Is there a comparison of something else out there that is so simple yet there are so many different ways to do it? What do we got?
What have we
I'm
got?
gonna put you on the spot.
Cooking? Kind of. But even then, that's more similar.
Yes. Well, yeah, okay. Can you give me an example of what within cooking, or a dish, or what kind of style? I call myself a jazz chef. I got it from an old neighbor of mine when I describe the way that I cook, and she's like, "Oh, you're like a jazz chef. You just kind of throw stuff in the pan
the bass
and you
melody,
improvise."
but then kind of just do this.
I don't follow a recipe.
Right. I'm also a jazz chef, but then some of my siblings are chemist chefs.
Oh, okay.
Where it's here's the recipe, and I'm gonna follow it to the letter, and both outcomes are 90% of the time delicious edible food. But
hopefully edible.
Yeah. That's why it's 90%.
I got in a debate during Christmas, actually. Is baking cooking?
Yes.
Baking is a type of cooking?
Baking is a type of cooking.
Okay.
I think anything that is done in the kitchen to produce food qualifies as cooking.
Okay, so cooking is the umbrella.
Cooking is the umbrella.
So
and then you have baking and grilling, and
is grilling cooking?
I think grilling's cooking.
Did you expect to be talking about
I'm
this
all
right
of a
now?
sudden doubling down on this hypothesis I formed 10 seconds ago.
I don't know that is grilling cooking. I guess grilling is cooking because you're cooking
food.
meat. You're like cooking
cooking
meat,
food.
cooking veggies. Okay.
Right.
The person I was talking to, debating with, argued that baking is not cooking. Baking is like science. You're following a recipe. You're measuring
I agree.
stuff.
It's more chemistry than like other types of cooking, but you're still cooking food.
I think it fits the overall umbrella of cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Baking is cooking, and it's almost like, to draw a parallel to our lives, EDM, electronic dance music, right? It's not a genre.
It's not.
It's a type of music. There are genres within it.
And people in electronic music, EDM means something different to us.
Now it does.
Now
like
it does.
There are people who categorize EDM as a type of music,
Right.
which to me is like big room house.
Big Room,
or
2012.
Yeah.
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 Big Room bangers.
Right. So house music is to EDM as baking is to cooking. Boom. Yeah. I'm overusing the horn. What else? Ooh,
I
hey.
like that.
Okay. So now that we talked about that, I'm good. Are you good?
I'm good.
We can wrap it.
We're good. Let's wrap.
Okay. So, where are we on the event timeline?
So we're 2020. We're at the end of 2021.
Okay, so
then
we're end of
to your-
COVID times.
We're end of COVID times.
Okay.
And like for real, people are starting to go out. People are still wearing masks somewhere, but then
Are you at 6 months?
yeah,
okay.
this is I'm
Beyond
just wrapping
6
up
months,
6
right?
months,
Okay.
and then so as we head into 2022, I just start DMing clubs
Yeah.
in town because
Get those
I'd been
thumbs
going to
working.
shows long enough in Denver, a couple years, not so long, but long enough to where I at least had a general sense of here's the clubs that I would make sense for, here's the clubs that I wouldn't make sense for.
And to this point, have you pretty much just been a bedroom DJ? Like, have you performed for anyone?
At this point, I have DJ'd twice at a private event with
Swinger
like,
party.
homies. Swinger parties.
That was my first
You
gig in
found me
Denver.
out. No way.
First gig in Denver was a swinger party.
I love it. I love it.
It's about you. It's about you. It's not about me. Okay, so you're
I
DJing for
DJ'd
some
twice,
homies.
and then I had flown out and DJ'd with Tasha in
Okay.
Brooklyn. That's it.
That's dope. And
Yeah.
what was that experience like?
That was incredible. I am so grateful that she had me out. I opened for her at the Get Down,
Sick.
which is that House of Yes in Brooklyn,
Got
which
Down,
is like
yeah. I got
an epic venue.
I got a cease and desist from them at one point. That's dope.
It was dope. I am so grateful. Like that crowd is what dreams are made of.
That's and how many people? About
Oh my gosh, hundreds.
hundreds of people. Your first gig.
And I opened. So what made the Get Down, one of the many things that made the Get Down unique is that it was a Thursday party, 7 to 11. So you get, and it drew like all these incredible people from around New York that are ready to fucking move. Like it's by and large a sober party. There's no phones on the dance floor. Like people
Sick.
are there to drop in immediately. And so even I was opening for her, but even like by halfway through my set, dance floor is packed. Like people are going so hard.
Hell
I
yeah.
feel so lucky to be able to have had that so early on.
I mean, your first, like many.
Essentially my first public show.
Right. And many DJs, their first public show is to an empty dance floor, right? Like there's no comparison to that. And do you remember how you were feeling at the time? Were you like nervous, anxious, excited?
I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I was so excited because I was DJing with Tasha. I had a bunch of friends from New York coming to the party. Kevin flew out with me to like go to the show. So I was like, I had,
And he, like, you guys met a few months before you started this journey, right? So he's been there kind of since day one.
Literally
on
since
the
before I was
journey.
a DJ.
Yeah.
Literally since day zero. Yeah. So I was so nervous, but also feeling super excited because I knew there would be like several loved ones on the dance floor
Yeah.
who were going to get it.
Yeah.
And it's so funny looking back on it because my set was 1 hour.
Yeah.
And I must have spent 50 hours prepping this set. Like first actual public
And you still do
show
that today.
in New York. And I still do that today. Nothing's changed.
Yeah. Well,
So
it's all about the prep. It's all about the prep. I remember interviewing Roger Sanchez, like the legend Roger Sanchez, and like part of our conversation was about like the hardest part or the most work that goes into being a good DJ is all the prep, right? So you started that since day one and you took it serious.
yeah, it's true. Like A lot of success lives or dies based on the prep. And I get, okay, I'm curious your thoughts.
Sure.
I don't really get involved in the discourse very much, but like one of the rage bait topics that just seems to be omnipresent on like threads is like, do you prep or not? And inevitably you have the people who are like, no, I never prep. Like a real DJ, like only attunes in the moment, basically.
Yeah.
Right? And is kind of poo-pooing on prep. And I just couldn't disagree more. I mean, yes, a good DJ is able to like react second to second, feel where the dance floor needs to go. Okay, it's this track, and build that in conversation with the crowd in real time.
Yep.
But that's only to do that at the degree that at least I want to. For me, is only possible if I've prepped, if I know my music, if it's organized, if I like know the tracks to the point where I know where they are on my USB, I know every drop in them and what they feel like and what key they start in, any of their features they have. Like that allows me to be able to freestyle.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I just don't see them as mutually exclusive.
Yeah, I mean, it's a yes but or a yes and for me. It's I mean, same as you, like the ratio of prep to play time is always completely mismatched,
Totally.
right? My process like has always been, you know, in the weeks leading up to a gig, you know, assuming there's weeks between gigs.
Ideally.
Yeah.
Don't always get it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I literally have a notepad on my phone where I'm just like writing down tracks that I'll hear in the wild.
Totally.
At this point, you know, I get a lot of like promo. I make my own music now, so that's factored in. What's the vibe of the show? So yes, there is definitely prep. What I would do often would be like binge all the music, like with enough time leading up to the show, and I would actually hard transfer them onto my phone so that I have the playlist that I'm working with, and like go to the gym and listen to it, go on car rides and
100%.
listen to it, like really get to know the music. I'd actually challenge myself to like not look at my phone and hear the song and do I know which track that is. I do kind of add a little bit of my own notes on the track, like I'll put in brackets like what the vibe of the track is, but I literally have 15 years worth of music on my USB. I have like residencies, open format residencies I used to play, like all this old stuff from my Boston days. So like when I say yes but or yes and, it depends on the gig. Like
yes,
I've like a 4-hour set at a dog park that I played at, you know, a couple times this year. I'm not prepping for that.
Totally.
You know, I did put shout out DJ Susan for Who Let the Dogs Out. Him and Wookie put a remix.
Classic.
You know, maybe I added that one, but like that one, it's just automatic.
You have your crates, you can freestyle, like we're fine.
Right. Yeah. But like a show like direct support
for Goldfish,
like, or Bunt, like those.
You're
right.
Because I'm like, I agree for those shows. I'm like, because I want to like create a thing, and I want this to be, and I have a very defined amount of time, and so
like what I observed, and I should have kind of assumed, you never want to assume like what the crowd's gonna be like. I'm very in tune with the crowd. Like I'm
totally.
I really pride myself on the ability to read the crowd, see what they react to, play more of that stuff. Like I remember a couple examples. So I moved here and I played the old Steam Thursdays.
Steam.
R.I.P. Shout
R.I.P.
out. Option 4. And I remember, like, I was in the house room, you know, like they have the bass room, the house room, the techno room,
the house room
whatever.
many times in
and
my
like,
baby DJ days.
And, you know, coming from big house markets like San Francisco and L.A., like those were house music cities. Coming to Denver, house is the minority typically.
Yes.
So, like, the dance floor is not very crowded. And I remember, like, I had a wide variety of music, and I actually ended up, like, on a Latin house track, and people started vibing. I'm like, okay, more Latin house, you know? Opening for Goldfish, who, for those who don't know, they're an incredible, very unique duo from South Africa that play instruments while they DJ. So they have sax and flute and upright bass and keys and all that stuff.
Very cool show.
It's insane, very high energy. The crowd opening for them, I played almost 3 hours opening, so it was from zero to hundreds of people. The songs that I played that had instruments in them, like a sax solo or like some kind of harmonica. One of my favorite tracks from this year is by Yolanda Be Cool, and there's a harmonica featured in it. It's really fun. I noticed that people reacted more to the songs with the instruments in it, which made sense because they're going to see
that
it
makes
do it.
sense.
And so I on the fly will be searching, and this is where my tags help.
Exactly, where the prep comes in.
Where
Clutch.
the prep comes in, right? We'll say like trumpet or like whatever.
Right.
And so I'm thanks to the technology that exists today in clubs, you can search your tracks for different things. And so
Total yes and. That's such a good example.
It's a yes and a yes but, you know, like I said, you know, I'm I'm playing New Year's in a couple nights. I haven't really done much prep for it, but I'm not too worried about it. You know, like I have this, I don't know, I'm just confident about where I'm at as an artist, and like I know that yes, I do need to run through some stuff, but I'm not going to freak out about it, and I know it's going to be fun and good.
And you've been doing this so long that you can rest on the decade and a half of prep you've done to this point. Like
I can,
you're not starting from square one or square 500.
I can proudly say that like I have a playlist called Crowd Pleasers, which literally like for like opera parties or like when I'm playing at a dumpling restaurant, like I've got the bag that I can always go back to, and I'm proud to say that I also have enough songs of my own these days that I could just I could play a full set of my own music, and that would work too, you know, but want to pull some kind of combination songs. And here's one that I was taught too when I was first getting into it: 3 for them, 1 for you. That was kind of the rule that I lived and died by. Yeah. The guy that was one of my best friends, we were in a band together growing up. He was a guitar player, and then we kind of lost touch, retouched, whatever. And he had started DJing and picked up residencies in Boston. He took me under his wing, taught me how to DJ, and he was like, "Yeah, 3 for you. Sorry, 3 for them, 1 for you. Play 3 tracks that'll hit with them, and then 1 track that you know." But I've loosened that up a little bit. Yeah, it's you know, it's not a hard and fast rule, but helpful. Okay. So back to you.
No, it's about us. It's about us.
So so that Tasha Blank show, you got to play in front of hundreds of people, and that kind of like started. So you talk about DMing. You start your DM journey here in Denver. Do you remember the first person you reached out to, or the first group or venue or anything like that?
I can't remember the literal number one, but I know one of the first was Frick.
Fricky. Shout out Frick. Hold on, I'm going to pick a random one. No, damn it. Sorry, that wasn't for you, Fricky.
We're not laughing at you, Frick.
No.
Okay. No.
Can we just delete that? Okay.
Yeah. So one of my first was Frick. Because, you know, over time, people would play a house show and tag, you know, thanks for the opportunity, Frick, or whatever.
I even have done that. And Frick, Alex Frick is a local
legend.
Local legend, DJ producer himself, but also works for the powers that be in this city, and primarily
and it's like helped so much up and coming talent in this city.
He books
get their start.
He books a lot of the support acts and all that, and so very responsive too.
And like the best guy.
Yeah,
like, such a good human.
Yeah, amazing.
So he was one of my first ones, and I can't remember. There was I can't remember the others. There was a few I DM'd, and I just reached out and I was like, "Hey, DJ new on the scene. I play tech house. Here's a sample mix of my sound. Like, have gone to XYZ show at this spot before and really loved it.
You had your pitch down.
Oh, I had it down, baby.
Yeah, that's important.
Which is so important. That's one of the things I feel most strongly about is shoot your shot. But shoot it in a way that doesn't create labor for the person you're DMing. Because it's so, and this is where I've come from a decade in marketing and sales, and this is where it starts to bleed through. Because if you DM someone and you're like, "Hey, can you book me?"
Yeah.
You just created so much labor for them.
Yeah.
Who are you? What do you play? What's your sound? What artists are you like? Have you played anything before? Like, you just created so much more homework for them to even get to the point where they are going to know if you're a good fit. Like,
yeah,
no one's going to do that.
And you got to you got to warm them up a little bit too. Like,
make it so easy.
Like, hey, how are you? Like pump the ego. Like just break the ice.
Express gratitude.
Yeah.
Like I went to this show here. Thank you so much. Or like. So express gratitude, make it so easy for them. Like keep it super short, make it so easy. And also ask for something.
Yes.
Like which is so like literally ask a question with a question mark. Not let me know if you have anything coming up, or like let me know if you I would say is there anything you have in the next 3 months that I'd be a good fit for?
Yeah.
Like, ask a literal question.
We used to call that, because I also come from sales, 15-year sales guy, and we always used to say, ask for the order.
Ask for it.
Ask for the order.
Literally
and
ask for it.
It's so. This is like, I literally made a post about this last night. I was up till 3 a.m. making content, and one of the topics was booking gig or getting more gigs or whatever. And somebody in my network, a DJ in my network, was complaining about not getting gigs, and I think it was his Threads post that I commented on, and I'm like, you gotta.
What have you done to get gigs?
You gotta ask. And he's like, oh, you're right. You know, I just. He's basically saying like he's trying to let his music and his content do his talking for him, and he's worried that he might annoy people. And it's like, that's just something like. I will empathize.
Like, appreciate the empathy, but incorrect.
Yes, I will empathize with people, and not around the like sit back and wait for the phone to ring, but around the mental block or mental challenge of like worrying about annoying people. And that's why people don't do as much content as they maybe should, because they think spamming. They don't follow up with people because they don't want to annoy them or bother them.
They don't want to like go outside of their lane and be inappropriate. I think silver lining of your girl being so shit at comms. I'm so overloaded with comms at any point that for me it is so helpful when people are like, "Hey, ping ping, hey, come follow me up." Hey, I'm like, "Oh, thank God, that's right. Let me all right, let me respond."
Yeah,
it's so helpful. But then also I've heard from bookers over the years like, "No, please follow up. Like, do it." So I'm like, okay,
yeah,
great.
We saw the panel. AP said that. Yeah,
the panel was sharp.
One of the bigger talent buyers in LA.
Also,
Jesus, where do we live? Denver. Yes, also a legend. I met the owner of Bao Brew House at a party they were throwing, and he gave me his number and he goes, "Please bug me, please follow up with me. I'm insanely busy." Like, there is a balance. There's a fine line, right? Like,
I think especially if you get signals of disinterest, you don't want to override that and like just keep following up after that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to spend a year chasing somebody with no response, you know, but if there is genuine interest and it's a genuine, hey, I forgot, or hey, I'm busy, or whatever. But I used to manage these guys who, like, we had a heart-to-heart. We were sitting at Coachella somewhere, and my guy I'm managing, who's also a friend, he goes, "Yeah, like, why are not getting gigs?" And I'm like, dude, first of all, like, no offense, but you live in the desert. Like, he doesn't even live in a city at this point. They're like
tough.
They're like Inland Empire, if you know that region of California. It's like no man's land. But like just sitting back waiting, you can't sit back and wait for the phone to ring. So good on you for taking the initiative, starting the outreach process, and
that's how it started. I obviously played Steam a few times. So
rite of passage.
So grateful to have lived in the Steam era.
Yeah.
And then I treated it the same way I treat it now, which is I treat every gig as an audition for the next one.
Yeah.
Like, in the way I show up, the music I play, if I say hi to the fans afterwards, following up and saying thank you, which I'm still not 100% on, but I always try. And then as I can invest, like investing in content, in photo and video, like that, and then that becomes the momentum. Yeah. Because then I can say, oh, you know, I can use this in my content. I just played this. Like, and just.
You gotta, like, there's no point in half-assing that. And I think that the thank yous is a big part of it. And thank you can come in a variety of ways, right? You don't need to send a care package in the mail, although people would appreciate that. But the thank yous go a long way. You never know who will be there and listening type of react. Like, I will say, like, I was so humbled going to Chicago, playing my first time in Chicago, this awesome show that had a lot of personal connection to me in a variety of ways. But this guy, after my set, came up to me. He's probably in his 50s. And he's like, "Oh my God, like, I came right at 10 when my set started. I have a family at home. I have wife and kids. None of them, they're not into this kind of." He's like, "They're not into this music, so I come by myself, and like, I'm a real snob. I'm a house snob, and like, you were awesome." And he like really was just laying into me with the compliments, and like, we took a selfie together, and he was just like the nicest guy. And then there was this other woman who walked into the dance floor. I remember her specifically. She walks in like this, like, impress me. You know, like, she had seen me tag Goldfish for the show, for my content. And she's like, well, I saw your content. I talked to her after. I was like, I saw you. You were like this.
Kind of mean mugging.
Yeah,
like...
she's like, well, I saw your content, so I came a little early to check you out. And I was like, and she was like, yeah, that was good. I was like, it's the small little wins,
it is.
you know?
I remember my first year, I can't remember where it was that I played an empty room.
Yeah.
The only person in the show, the only person in the room, my whole set was the bartender. Whatever, I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what, Meg, you're still getting to DJ on decks better than you will likely ever own in the near future.
Yeah,
like, this is so sick. Whatever, I'm having a great time. I go to get my nightcap Heineken Zero at the bar after my set, and he's like, hey, he waves me over. He goes, I'm actually just filling in for a friend who like couldn't make the shift tonight, but I booked for a lot of the underground in town. I like, love your sound. Here's my number.
Incredible.
And he booked me.
Incredible.
A few months later, literally one person in the room, my whole set, and not even a person on the dance floor, the bartender.
Yeah.
And I was like, I literally remember taking a moment and being like, got it. Like, got the lesson. Got it.
Okay, so you talked about a few of the things that are part of your process, from like prep to performing to the thank yous after, investing in photo video content. Like, what would you say is, I know it's hard to pick one, but like what of these things that you do consistently to build your brand and build your presence to continue on the trajectory, like what do you owe the most to, or what do you think has been, if you could only pick one?
Literally only one.
Yeah, like whether it's maybe investing in the content, or if it's, doing your thank yous, or if it's the prep time you put into the DJing. I mean, I know these are very different categories,
Totally.
But like, what do you think like helps like build the blocks to the next thing?
If I could
maybe pick three.
Okay, I was like, if I really only pick one.
There's no one thing in this life.
I know,
especially in
so
this
true.
life, in the music stuff.
It's so
it's
true.
a sum of parts.
So, in top three in no particular order. The first is, and this is like kind of gonna sound woo-woo, but genuinely, like one of the top three is time spent dancing. Time spent dancing, like not, and specifically not like dancing before my set or after my set. Like take like that nights out just dancing to dance, or time at home just dancing to dance.
10,000 hours of dance.
Like, that's the whole point.
Feeling it. Yeah.
Feeling it.
Yeah.
And feeling it in my body, not in my brain, not like, okay, I'm discovering music. I like this track. Let me organize it. There's my tags. No.
Feeling it.
Like,
yeah.
Because that's the whole point. And because that time spent, that is where so much of my taste is developed. Because I get to experience a track that moves me.
Yeah.
Not discover a track that I like the way it sounds.
You're not just bobbing your head. Your whole body's into it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where I stay connected to the whole point, because there's so much I can spin out into, like the time and the content and the logistics and the media and the relationships. And there's like so much to spend time on. But that keeps me connected to the whole point of the whole thing.
That is a great, that is a very unique thing. You're one of one on that. I don't think I've ever talked to, as long as I've been doing this, I don't think I've ever talked to somebody who's like as invested in the physical movement of dance the way that you are, as it contributes to you in your journey as an artist. That's incredible. I don't know if we need a 2 or 3. I mean, I think that's a great answer. We'll move on.
That's the one.
All right.
That's the one. Because like everything else I think of like, oh, if I couldn't have that, or if I couldn't have that, I could compensate. But if I don't have the time to dance, nothing compensates for that. Nothing can make it up.
Do you have a memory of like one specific show or DJ that you've seen that really impacted how you felt on the dance floor?
Yes.
And how that impacted who you are today as a DJ?
Ramona Waters.
Soundground.
Last summer. 5-hour set.
And she was just here too.
She was just here. If you get a chance to see Ramona, go see Ramona.
I think I forgot about that show.
She is a master, an absolute master.
Amazing.
And I mean, all of her sets, I've been seeing her like probably 4 or 5 times, and they're all amazing. So could pick any one of them. But that set schooled me for a couple of reasons. One, because it's not that frequent in Denver, at least, that you get to experience a 5-hour set.
Sure.
Like we don't, America's got a little ways to go in the actual extended set category.
Totally agree.
So being able to experience that level of artistry of like, actually, let's go on a journey over that amount of time. And also see how because keeping that dance floor moving for that long is a totally different aim than to keep people on the dance floor for 60 minutes, 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And she pretty much never DJ. She like hangs out around 112 BPM. Like maybe like the fastest I've ever heard her DJ is like 118.
112 is like
normally it's like 108, 112.
That's like where Moombahton lives.
Right. Totally. She plays like a lot of deep house.
I love it.
Right.
Yeah.
And at the time, I'm like earlier on, and the dance floor was locked in the whole night. Everyone was dancing so hard. And afterwards, I was reflecting and I was kind of stunned. I was like, I noticed that I had a bit of a story that, to keep people excited, you need to play fast. You need to have big drops. But if you had told me like, can you keep a dance floor packed at 110 BPM with everyone going hard in the paint? I would have been like, I don't know how to do that. Ramona does.
That is a special talent. It's a special talent. It's telling a story. I actually hate like the fast BPM. Like, you know who is a similar observation of that is I remember watching, and I'm a huge fan of his, but I remember watching Purple Disco Machine on I think it was an EDC live stream, maybe during, I don't know when it was, but I remember watching the chat during his set because I feel like a lot of the people who were watching like had never heard of him before and maybe weren't into that kind of music, but he was staying true to his brand, which is obviously disco and disco adjacent songs, but lower BPMs than you might like expect on a main stage. And everybody was like, oh my God, who is this guy? I'm a new fan and whatever. And it's just like, the vibe you curate. So that was an influential set for you and
super influential because it was, almost never. I almost never play 110 BPM deep house.
Sure.
Not my Pacific bag.
Yeah.
But it was such a masterclass in like energy management and taste level and telling a story that's cohesive but evolves, like cohesive enough to where people don't pop out, but varied enough to where there's always interest, there's always something new happening, there's always a reason to stay on the dance floor. Yeah. And there was just 0.00 reliance on effects, speed, high. I mean, you look at her behind the decks and she's so present but so zen.
Yeah.
And I was like, got it.
No speed, no drugs.
None.
I think, oh my God, that's such a pet peeve of mine, the effects, but that's a whole nother thing.
It's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, it's a whole nother thing. Oh my God. That's a really amazing thing. And so have you applied what have you applied from that to your own?
Yeah. So a couple of takeaways I took away was just trying to pay attention and take to the next level how much I steward the energy on the dance floor. And she is so unapologetic about her taste. Like not one Beatport top 100, not one, but
no commercial, more underground.
Right.
Yeah.
But also super accessible. And then all of a sudden, like close to then she's weaving in this, like, I can't even remember what sample it was, but like very poppy, happy, like you wouldn't have expected, but she's so unapologetic about it. So that's just given me such a helpful reference point when I'm playing and prepping to come back to the litmus test of, am I playing what moves me?
Yeah.
Because I notice when I'm nervous is when if I'm not conscious about it, when I'm nervous, I can then be like, start to play a banger. Because like, that drop is sexy. I know that I'm going to bang. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. What if that's not my lever to like bring the hype back?
Yeah.
What if I actually pay attention to groove and feeling and movement and like, it's going to be a little more scary because if it doesn't have this like big sexy drop, then
well, it depends.
People might not be interested, but it's always a better payoff.
Yeah.
That's always like, there's always more longevity to that. There's always more interest than that. Yeah. Like that always makes for a better dance floor.
Yeah. I mean, it also depends on the set you're playing, the crowd, where there's so many variables within that. Like I would always describe my sound as like disco house, and not to say that I'm a disco DJ, but everything from disco to house to tech. And I will always prep songs. I'll have groove based stuff, heavy drops, somewhere in the middle to kind of like kind of go through that journey. And also too, I do think it's important to mention with Soundground, this collective in Denver.
Soundground, best dance floor in Denver.
In
my opinion,
the observation is that I don't know that I've again, small sample size, my time here, but the crowd is always like in it. They're always present. They're always dancing.
You won't find a foul on that dance floor.
Yeah. So I think she had a great. It's
a perfect match. Like there's a reason why Soundground booked Ramona. Ramona's playing Soundground. Yeah. Like that is what you want.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh man, I forget what question was. I had a related question to this. I was gonna say like, is there like a go-to track of yours that like you're kind of maybe you're feeling like you're losing the crowd a little bit, or you need to go back to a comfort level because you talk about being nervous, but I know that's a tough one. That's definitely a tough one, but
that's a really tough one because like the easy answer is always it depends. It depends on the crowd and whatever. It depends on what artist I'm opening for. If I'm opening for an artist and like their style of music. Yeah. But one that I definitely leverage as a go-to this past year. I'm not playing it as much in my recent sets, but Formula by Trace.
Okay.
Such a groovy banger.
Okay.
It's such a groove. It's like
we like grooves.
I immediately want to move. It's not like, oh my god, wow, wow, wow. It's just like catches the dance floor, brings it back. Yeah. So that has been a helpful one.
Awesome.
This year for sure.
So you're also on a journey of being a producer too. So you've started working on your own music. What is that process? How has that process been for you? How is it related to your your goals of like DJing the music that moves you? Is your process for creating music also?
My journey learning how to produce has been so hard for me.
Yeah.
Pretty immediately, I was like, oh, this is not going to be the same learning curve as DJing.
No, it's definitely not. Yeah.
And it probably was a solid 12 to 18 months before I even got to the point where I was like, oh, this feels fun.
Yeah.
But it was just getting my ass in the chair, like having an idea, then, okay, let me spend 45 minutes trying to figure out what buttons to push to even make this idea come to life. And like, so it has been a hard road.
What are you using?
Ableton.
Yeah. Yeah. That one is, and just to be on the same page with you, when I first opened Ableton, I was like, this is like reading Braille. Like
completely.
You have to kind of be part computer engineer.
It's like I need to learn a different language and learn this whole technical platform before I can even get to the creative part of like
and then
making
learn
music
theory, and then and like I had a disadvantage. Did you play instruments growing up?
I played piano for 10 years. Okay. I played guitar for 8 years. Right. I was in choir, so at least I have a lot of the music theory.
Can you play that thing behind you right there?
You play a couple chords.
Those okay, you can see it on the camera. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, I had the disadvantage of being a drummer, so they tried to teach us melodic instruments, bells, and things like
that. Totally different. I mean,
But there's still like music theory involved with that. I was such a angsty adolescent where I was like, no, I just want to play the drums. I want to play the drums all day. That was the song is about me. I just want to bang on. I love it. Yeah. Okay, so you had some.
So I had some music theory. I mean, I don't play either instrument like day to day anymore. I want to get back into it, but I still have a lot of the music theory like in the bones, if you will. A little
MIDI keyboard,
which was super helpful. Kevin got one for me for Christmas last year.
Shout out Kevin.
This is just a Kevin stand.
Hey
podcast.
Kevin, you're awesome. Love you.
So I had a lot of the music theory like in the bones, which was super helpful. So at least like the basics of time signatures and chord progressions and keys, major, minor, like I have all of that like muscle memory.
Good.
Which was, thank God. There's one little piece I didn't have to figure out. But so I just got to the point like probably this past spring or summer where I was like, okay, this is fun.
Yeah.
I'm having fun now.
And how did you get there? Are you self-teaching? Are you doing courses? Are you working with, taking lessons? Like,
so a lot of it. So what I found has kind of worked for me in this process is I'll do like a short defined sprint lesson with someone and then take several months to like learn it and practice and like do it.
Yeah.
fully learned the thing.
Yep.
And then when I feel like, okay, I kind of have a grip on that, and now I'm trying to crack this other nut. Okay, let me take a couple more lessons with someone. So a lot of self-taught. And then a year and a half ago, I did Justin J's boot camp.
Nice.
Which was excellent.
Shout out Justin J.
Awesome DJ, awesome producer, great teacher. Highly recommend.
He makes it seem so simple.
I know.
It's like, I wrote this song in an hour, and it's got 3 sounds in it. And Tiesto played
Tiesto just played it. I'm like, sick.
Dope, dude.
So I did that, and then, like, again, practice for a long while.
Yeah.
And then this past February, went to a 1-week production camp, intensive retreat.
Were you intense?
It was intense.
Were you intense?
We were not
Hey,
intense.
Wait.
With Joanna Magic and Rumpus.
Oh, yeah, nice.
That was super helpful too. And
yeah.
so then that kind of like propelling us, like, so that's kind of what's worked for me, is kind of have it like go deep, learn,
and then
take a bunch of
swim to
notes,
the surface.
and then like let me practice that, let me build a muscle and make it comfortable.
That's how I was too. I mean, I learned by doing, and I learned by like sitting with people and kind of having that one-on-one. And I went to a semester of IO Music Academy in LA, and it's classroom style with a bunch of people.
Yeah, I have friends who've done that.
Great teachers, great space. What my challenge was that I felt like once the semester ended, I was like, wait, what just happened?
Right.
And I had to I quit, guys. I dropped out. I could have kept going.
We all do.
But I just didn't feel like that my learning style, it was conducive to my learning style. We were doing, it wasn't for me. So, well, that's amazing. Congrats. And do you have a release date for your first track yet?
Not yet. I
Okay.
just finished. I'm just got my mix and masters back on my first tracks. So.
That's exciting.
And honestly,
if you like how it sounds, but also don't be afraid to give your engineer some feedback.
No, he's the best.
Okay, good.
He's the best.
Okay,
so,
awesome.
So no, but I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, so I'm sending them out to labels, obviously, gonna give it a go, but I'm also erring on the side of get it out and keep moving. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna send it out to many labels, do a couple rounds of that, but then I'm like, Meg, don't get hung up on that.
Yeah.
Self-release it, move on. Like,
as the artist developer in the room, I agree with that. I think that, give yourself, like, you're very goal oriented, right? So give yourself a certain amount of time, certain number of outreaches.
Totally.
To shop
like,
your music.
Give it the solid go.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't know, there's something about, like, I do both. I'll still, like, I have a song coming out next month on a label, but I feel like the process that I've enjoyed the most is doing it my way and doing the self-release. And, I mean,
That's
I'm
helpful.
not making bank, but, like, I'll get royalty payouts from self-releases, and I typically don't from the labels, So there's pros and cons, but
Totally.
All right, I got some would you rathers for you because we could go here for hours. I'm sure. Okay, so I'm gonna rapid fire you some would you rathers, WYR.
Love it.
And you're gonna let me know. Okay, would you rather play the perfect set for 50 people who get it, or a messy set for 5,000 new fans?
I'd rather play for the 50 people that get it.
I knew you would say that. I was gonna be right about that. I just put the money out. All right.
Put that one in the bank.
Number 2. Would you rather headline a small iconic venue or open a massive festival main stage?
Small iconic venue.
You want your people there.
I want the people.
Okay. Number 3.
Quality over quantity.
This is I'll read it to you anyway.
Hit me.
All right. Would you rather have unlimited studio time or unlimited marketing budget?
Unlimited marketing budget.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm 3 for 3 on which ones I think you'd guess.
Feeling
This is
known.
really just for me. Okay. Would you rather get known for one timeless hit or a deep catalog only real fans appreciate?
That's hard. Probably the deep catalog. You got that one too.
I did because I know you. I know this about you. You like your people, your presence. Okay. Would you rather tour nonstop for a year or not play shows for 6 months to make your best music?
If we make the assumption that at the end of the 6 months there still would be a momentum with gigs, I would take that.
Well, if you're making your best music, the assumption is that this music will get you maybe some doors open.
Right. Or vice versa. Though, if you're touring us up for a year, that's a lot of momentum. That one's really hard.
Because you're DJ first.
I know. And like, if you ask me what I enjoy more at this exact moment in time, an hour DJing or an hour in the studio, DJing.
Okay, so you'd rather tour nonstop. All right.
That one's hard.
All right. Yeah. Okay, a few more. Would you rather play a venue that had really bad sound or a dead crowd?
Oh.
A DJ's worst nightmare on both.
Oh.
That's not a sound we want on this show here.
Oh my God. Probably the crowd of dead people.
The crowd of dead people.
Sorry, the dead crowd.
She wants to play for dead people,
because
folks.
here's the thing.
She's going to play at a funeral home.
Playing to a dead crowd, there's always a chance I can get them moving. But a bad sound system, I can't fix.
That's true.
There's no hope.
And it's not a dead, like Grateful Dead crowd. It's like just people who are, maybe it is a Grateful Dead crowd. Maybe it is. You got to play some Grateful Dead. Okay.
I have no Grateful Dead.
All right. So we're going to go dead crowd on that one.
Dead crowd.
Would you rather play a sunrise set or a peak hour, midnight, dance floor set?
Peak hour, midnight.
I figured that one. That was kind of a weird. Yeah,
I'm at peak times, but.
Okay, sunrise or sunset? Sunrise or sunset? Set. I'm picturing Burning Man.
I know. I'm also picturing Burning Man. Probably sunrise.
Sunrise. Okay, dope. And the last one on my list,
which is on my bucket list, to play a sunrise set at Burning Man.
You will.
Book me.
Are you going this year?
TBD. We'll see.
All right. Somebody book her for a sunrise set, please. All right. Would you rather collab with your favorite artist or do an official remix of a classic? So basically, you make the song together with your favorite artist. Collab.
Oh. But you said it is official remix?
An official remix of a classic.
Do I get to pick the classic? Like, does Miley Cyrus count as a classic?
Sure. In this scenario, absolutely.
I'd probably take the remix, actually.
The remix, okay.
That one's hard, though.
That could be big. I mean, you have to do it justice, but it would be an official remix, which means they ideally would approve it to come out and see the light of day. Okay. Well, thanks for playing. Would you rather? Yeah. All right. Well, we're up against time here. You got a lot of awesome stuff coming up. I want to know two things. What are your hopes and dreams for 2026? Like, what are some of your biggest goals that you're trying to achieve? And what are you most excited about that's coming up for you?
So, it's funny. In 2025, my goals were get better at production and play my own music in most of my sets, and start playing out of state, and play more on like bills with my dream artist.
Yeah.
Which
you've checked all the boxes. Yeah.
This year.
That's great.
So my priorities, my goals for next year, and the way I set goals, I very specifically set directions, but not specific like check boxes. Like open for John Summit wasn't on my goal list.
Well, you didn't know that was even a possibility.
I mean, that was on my bucket list. I thought that was like 5 years off.
You got to be specific with those goals. Dua Lipa says it,
So
there's a clip of her on 60 Minutes where she's talking about her goals, and it was playing Glastonbury, and it was like, I want to play Glastonbury, the main stage, on the Friday night so she could go party the rest of the weekend.
Okay, respect.
Yeah, it's a great clip.
I love it. So for 2026, my goals are to release music.
Yep.
Continue DJing, like really aligned parties, epic dance floors. And this one feels pretty edgy, and I also hesitate to say it live because then once you say it live, it becomes real from an accountability standpoint.
Manifest it.
But my other goal for 2026 is to get comfortable using my own voice on tracks.
I like that.
So, those are my goals.
Look, if I can tell a story about a human pickle in one of my songs, you can definitely use your own voice in any song you want.
Yeah, I know. I know it's not as intense as it just feels intense.
Of course.
In my brain.
People don't like the sound of their voice. Yeah, I mean, it's,
I'm going to vomit 3 times listening to this podcast.
Maybe, well, yeah.
Because I don't like the sound of my voice.
And then record that and put that on the track.
And sample that.
Yeah, and then make it like a really gritty, bassy sound, just like fucking just
I love it.
Process the shit out of it. Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, so your goal is to throw up on a microphone and put it on your track. Okay, got it. Nice.
And probably what I'm most excited for, This also could be a goal, but also just the manifestation. Hopefully it happens next year. But something I am super excited for is to be able to play an open to close 5-hour set myself.
Yeah, let's go for Soundground.
Oh my God.
Those are fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be a dream. And such a fun creative challenge.
Yeah.
And
amazing.
I've played a couple 3 hours. I played 1 or 2 4 hours. So I've, started to get into the gym with it, if you will.
Yeah.
But 5 hours would be such a fun challenge.
Well, it's gonna happen, and I'll be there front and center. My
guy.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Well, I mean, look, I got a whole list of questions. I think I asked you maybe 2 of the questions I prepared.
I know.
But
I'm like, is there anything else that we felt passionate about?
There's so much, but I want to be respectful of your time. I seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I'm very inspired by you, your story. I mean, you've been doing this for 4 years. It seems like a lifetime of experience. And I just love rooting for people, from every walk of life, but people who really deserve it, who are working hard for it, who are genuinely passionate about it. And it's your thing, and you're crushing it. So thank you for being here.
Thanks so much.
She's MARO. She's based in Denver, but she's going to be touring the world very soon, playing 5-hour sets in a city near you. One last thing, we'll just smile for the camera real quick so we can get our little cover photo. 3, 2, 1. I always put my hand up and I'm like, I like to do these faces too. All right. Anyways, thank you so much. This has been the Racket House Podcast, episode 22, and we are just on the brink of New Year. Happy New Year. Healthy New Year.
Woo!
Yeah. Peace.